I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 17, Volume 3. Happy New Year! Happy 2023, that's when this has been recorded. I actually was a bit ill on New Year's Eve, so I didn't manage to do the normal recording time, so this is actually New Year's Day for me, and this should be the second for you. Anyway, here we go, we've got a new tape, and we've got another 2R, this is a C60, a Philips C60, look, it says 25p there, it was 25p at one point. So we've got a Philips C60, this was made in Belgium. There we go. It's a good. To be fair, there's nothing. It doesn't really say very much. There might be something written there. I'm not entirely sure what. There's something written there. However, in the inside, it looks like we've got some crackers coming up here. We've got Breakthrough, one of my faves. We've got Green Beret, another fave. ER Kung Fu, another fave. Hypersports. Yeah, it's a fave. Mikey, fave. Ping Pong, very underrated, but really good. Death Wish, another favourite, and Milk Race, and at least it says on here. But to be fair, I've noticed there's some crossed out and some bits and pieces crossed out here, so there's a good chance that we don't have what we say. Recorded 17th of the 12th. 88, I think that says 88, that's when it's recorded. Wow, awesome. Anyway, so without further ado, he says, we're going to get this in a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we're good to go. So let's go down to basic and load it. I was going to tempt it there for a minute to do tape loader, but we won't. We'll go with load it on there. There should be, he says, in theory, there should be, was it Green Beret first? No, Breakthrough. I have a kind of a thing about Breakthrough. So I kind of liked it because I like the picture on the front of the box. The front of the box had this sort of the wonderful arcade, I guess, labelling and sort of covers and art that went with it, which is kind of cool. I quite like the Breakthrough art. It was. Is it going to be Breakthrough? Yes, it is. This is going to be Breakthrough. I kind of liked it. I was kind of like, it looks cool. There's a car, there's explosions, there's jumping and whatever else. To be fair, it's probably not a very good game, I'll be honest. It's probably not a particularly good game. But for me, back in the day, I don't know, the art just grabbed me. It's very cartoonistic with this sort of, it's the new year. We start the way that we intend to go on. Let's see if we can just make this thing load. This is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Let's get this thing to load. It's going to load. I know it is. I can feel it in my bones. It's going to load. If anything, I'm putting in the other tape drive that I've got handy just in case. I've got a beverage. I hope you've got a beverage too for this second day of January 2023. Gosh, time has flown, isn't it? It really has. It's a long time since I was even born now. Almost half a century. I've got coffee, but it's not in the flake one. We're in the dairy milk. I don't know what. We'd probably have to do the monkey thing. Do. You remember that? I can hear it calling in the name tonight, and the whatever it is tonight. The Genesis song, wasn't it? Phil Collins. I don't know whichever it was. Do you remember it? That's not actually an old one though. That's more of a modern one. It was kind of cool actually. I've got to admit, with the whole drum thing, it was kind of cool. I like that one. Right. Okay. Fingers crossed. We should go for the loading bit now. We'll get the screen for Breakthrough. But as I say, I quite like this one. It was arcade game. It appeared on the NES and it appeared on a number of other things as well. Appeared on all kinds of things to this one. But I just kind of like it. And also, it's damn you, US Gold and your loaders. This is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna rewind it again. We'll load it. It's going to happen this next time round. It's like this tape needs loosened up. It's one of those things. It's like it gets a little bit further the next time you do it. It's like loosening the tape up over the years that it's been sat dormant in somebody's drawer since 1988. I think it was 88 on there. I'm pretty convinced it was 88. I'm going to get the magnifying glass out and have a little look and see if it's 1988. I think it's 88. It can't be 78. And it's not going to be 98 because nobody was still playing the Spectrum in 98, to be fair. I wouldn't say so anyway. Most people who will have recorded this stuff will have moved on, I would suspect. Especially as it's ended up on, obviously, on eBay or wherever it came from. I can't remember where this one came from. I think this is I think this is a batch. Oh no, this is a batch of tapes from Sinclair for Sale. This is a really cheap set of tapes from Sinclair for Sale. That's actually got some really strong bars on there. Quite nice to see that strong strength on there of the whole thing. It's not doesn't want to play though, does it? It really doesn't. That was me. You know, tempting fate. Let's put it into the other tape drive, and we'll see if a little bit of volume will help as well with this whole thing. So let's put that in there and do that. That's lovely. Push that button. Let's do that. I hope you all had a nice new year. If you're anything like me, because I'm old, apart from the fact I was actually sick for the New Year's Eve completely, I had 25 hours sleep. 25 hours. I basically slept from pretty much the day before, all the way through, right through it into the new year until about 6 a.m. when I decided that I'd wake up because I'd fully slept. You know, when you get to 25 hours worth of sleep, you get over your headache, you get over your sore stomach, and you get over all the other things. I actually feel much better for it. I'll admit that I feel much happier. Right, that is not even picked it up this time around. I think it's maybe a bit loud. Maybe not loud enough. One of the two. We'll turn it up. Not a good start though. Typical. Bars aren't very good. No, it's not. You're not happy, are you? Turn that down a bit. See if this works now. Give it another try. Come on. No. It worked better from the other drive, didn't it? It really did. Let's turn the volume up a bit anyway. Let's see if we go a bit louder. Wow, we can't even hear that. A lot lower volume-wise. A lot lower. Can't hear it. At all. Go. Oh, better, much better. Except it didn't pick it up. This is going well, isn't it? Welcome back to What's on the Tape 2023. I don't think I'm going to call it that though. Not going to call it that at all. I'm going to give it one more try from the other drive, and then I'm going to get it off the. I'm going to get PlayZX on, and we'll get it off there because I'm sure it's on there. Breakthrough. Or it might not be actually. There is a thought that it might not be. There we go. Just looking at my phone there, just while I put PlayZX on. Very useful, this tool. Allows you to play the games like you used to play them, and load them like you used to load them, which is always good. It's always good. Break through. We have got it. We've got it just in case. Breakthrough from US Gold. Yeah, it's about sort of jumping and shooting cars. I guess hunting people down, as you do. Of course, that's the way you do things normally. I've just looked over my shoulder to my left, and on the stairs, I can see a small boy staring at me. Through the staircase. He's had his breakfast, so he's happy now. He's very happy. He had the sicky bug too. Unfortunately, it wasn't been very good actually over the last few days. It's been a bit of a disaster, realistically. I do think this is a weird picture, though. I don't know whether this car is jumping forward or backwards, because if it's jumping forwards, that windscreen looks really weird, and so do those lights. Or is it jumping towards the explosion or from the explosion? I can't really work this one out. That's the one thing I've got to say about the picture, the loading screen. It's a bit weird. He's got his sort of, I'm assuming that's a gun in the middle there. Either that's a weird nozzle. It's maybe where he puts his caravan. He is jumping forwards, and the caravan's behind him. It's just he's lost control of it. It's kind of over the top of the breakthrough bits, flying over the top of the whole thing. Just there we go, caravan over the top, just flying through the air. Yeah, let's just assume it's the caravan. We won't do that. But also, have you noticed that these wheels are kind of more, not wheel shaped, but more sort of elongated? It's like he's got tracks on his vehicle rather than actual sort of, I don't know, wheels. Sort of wheels. I don't even know what I was thinking there. I've still got a bit of a cough, by the way, from all of this. I've established a cough as well, so no, it's not the dreaded bug. And mind you saying that, nobody cares about the dreaded bug anymore. 2 years, a year or so later, doesn't matter anymore. No more bug. It doesn't exist anymore, unless you're coming from China, where you've got loads of bugs again, apparently. That's a very weird scenario going on there. I noticed the British were like, no, we're only going to allow the UK border force. Oh, yeah, we're going to let everybody in from China. Nobody else in the world's doing it. A lot of people in the world are already blocking them, people coming in. And the UK, their border force, like literally 24 hours later, had to think about it and went, yeah, we're going to block people going in from China. Yeah, okay. I mean, to be fair, there's lots of people out there, experts saying, you don't need to worry about it, but hey, it's one of those things. You come here for the chat, don't you? That's what you come for. You come for my rubbish chat. That's the reason you're all here. You're not actually here for the games. Well, that's not true. I think you do come to see whether or not I actually get anything to load for a start off. It's always worth it. It's always worth a laugh. Someday I will, when I get old enough and I'm really old and crumbly and finally retire, I'm going to do this live. You'll all be old and crumbly then yourself as well, so you'll all have forgotten how to sign on to do a live chat with me. Huh? You will. No, I'm not going to tie you with that brush. You're all very youthful people who watch my channel. Youthful. Sprightly even, one might say. If you're sprightly, put it in the comments below. Oh, coffee. Drank. Screen. Stop the button. Why is max headroom at the bottom there in the middle? I'm sure there's a button you press now. Is there a button you press? Is it still loading? No, that was just data. It's just the enter key you've got to press. Simon Butler and Dawn Drake. There we go. That's rare to see a lady's name on the actual graphics. There we go. Simon Butler, well known in the community. Still out there. Let's see if I can get the controls for this. 1 for keyboard. Stage 1 to 4. Right, this is going to be fun to work out the keys first. What's the keys? What's the up and down? Oh, that crashed me at the bottom. So, come on. I managed to get the button there to start the game for a second, didn't I? I hate it when they got buttons you got to press that you got to work out which is which to start the game. Which is the button to start the game? Q. D goes down. Oh, come on, what's the button? Love finding keys. This is the problem when you had those special tapes. You had to find the keys, didn't you? Oh, God, what's the keys? T? Right, I think I found the up. That's just really annoying. This is annoying. Up. Oh, my God. So what's left and right? Shift or something like that. Symbol shift, cap shift. What's left and right? What's left and right? What's left and right? It's really annoying me. We might just Google this just to save time because finding keys can be a real pain in the bottom. What's it called? Breakthrough. Breakthrough. It'll be obvious when I see it. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's the one. That'll be the one. Breakthrough. Right, okay, here we go. Keyboard. What's the controls? Let's have the instructions here. Tie-in license with Breakthrough, the coin-op game from Data East. Yes, I get that. Text on the instructions. That's what we want. Text on the instructions. I can obviously hit the button correctly at some point. Left is Z. X is right. Yes. R is up. D is down. Spacebar's jump. And 5 is shoot. Really? Wow. Those are horrible keys. I wish there was a way to change those. Those are rotten. Do you know something? I have a feeling I used to play this on the joystick rather than on the. So basically you fly along the road, and then there's like guys that are on there, but you're kind of making your way to the destination, and then you press the jump button and you jump over, and then in my case I crashed right into that, but you hold the button down for a jump, for a long jump, and we almost always went round the bottom here. Come on. So that's us shooting. And you've got to jump over the sides of the things as you go, and there's a man there shooting. And then we jump over that. And you've got to avoid these guys. And then we basically fly along the levels, just shooting as you go. It's basically a shoot 'em up with a car, if I'm honest. I mean, let's be fair here. It's to shoot 'em up with a car. But I just like the graphics, I think. And I think I like the gameplay and the way it was. I think we're on to the next stage now already. How marvellous is that? Brilliantly done. Look at those tanks with flames coming out the back of them. I think it's because I was quite into cars, if that makes sense at the time. I was quite a I was a lad. It was the 80s, wasn't it? You know, so we were kind of into to sort of vehicles and cars and other things. And that's what we used to play. So these are the games we used to play. As we went along, we liked the idea of a battle car with its machine guns and all this kind of stuff was kind of cool to us, you know. So this is what I liked. Even though I'm not very good at this particular game, I thought I'd got a bit further on. I thought I got to stage 2 there, but clearly not. I was obviously getting to stage 2 when I died there. There's mines on the road. Watch out for those. That mine got me. I've had enough of that already. Let's move on. Let's move to something else. Let's see if we can get something else. This is if this is what. Oh God, not tape loader. Press escape twice to go back, or just push the button on the edge and reset the whole thing. If this is actually what I think it says it is, which I don't know if it is or not, we'll see in a second. If it is actually Green Beret, I'm quite impressed because this is a good. I mean, to be fair, this could be just a copy of the Konami collection. To be fair, on this side, but that's not a bad thing because that is a lovely selection of games. However, saying the first one was Data East, which is bizarre. But if this is Green Beret, yes, Green Beret. Green Beret is a cracking game. This is a really, really good game. This is a game that I bought myself with pocket money. I remember $7.95 it was. I don't know why it was 95, but $7.95. I got it down the market. I love this. I took this to all my mates' houses who had Spectrums, and we all played Green Beret. I suspect it may have went in a few ghetto blasters and had its tape to tape done. But let's be honest, it was a cracking game. This is really good. This is a really good game. I mean, but to be fair, if you want to see it played properly, because you won't see it played properly on this channel, that's damn sure. You need to go look at Zombie Bob's Emporium of Old Tat. The creator there, a lovely guy called Andre. Andre is the master of Green Beret. I mean, in fact, so much so he's a celebrity now. He's driving a Lamborghini. As a result of his Green Beret antics, and that's not loading. So let us go back and reset that, and we'll do it again. But yeah, he's the master of it. I've never seen anybody complete even the arcade version on without losing a life, or the Commodore 64, or the Spectrum version. He's just insane. His abilities are second to none when it comes to. Comes to the thing. I think he does it. I don't know. He's just finished it all. I'm just waiting for this to load there. I was just watching that kind of. I don't know why I was watching that speculatively there. I was like, is it going to come up on the screen? It just seems this tape needs a bit of easing. It's one of these things. It's kind of once you've gone through it a bit, it'll be all okay. I hope this loads now. I can't remember. Is this Joffer? I think it's Joffer, isn't it? Who did this game? Jonathan Smith. I think this is one of his games. Cover by Bob Wakeland, I think, as well. I believe. Everybody seems to be passing away. Isn't that sad? It really is. Just tells you something, though. I mean, we're talking about being youthful earlier, but everybody seems passing away. It's just you know, it's not brilliant, is it? It's not brilliant. Nothing very good about it. You know, just when you reach all. Oh, look at this. Look at that. There we go. Lovely screen. He's got a beautiful tan there. Beautiful tan. Yeah, Russian Attack. This is a copy of, by the way. This is a clone, and I'm going to put my neck out on the line here and say the Spectrum version is better than the arcade. It's like Renegade. I've said this before many a times. This is one of those games though, better than the arcade. It by far, it plays better. It looks better. Yeah, it's monochrome, but it still looks better. If you colorized it, and the Spectrum was capable of that, oh my god! I think you would just take it to the arcade and just plunk it down there and say, there you go, the best version yet. Just put the arcade coin-up thing into it, so you can do that. I miss arcade coin-ups, and I miss arcades. I do. I miss them. I really do. It's one of those things that I kind of miss. If I had a chance to play in more arcades again, I probably would. I mean, it's just one of those things, isn't it? I know nowadays we can get all the games we want online and all this kind of stuff, and just need to go on the old online shopping sites, push a button, and they appear a few days later or next day, depending on your delivery services. That's a really bizarre thing that I'm going through delivery services there. But those things just turn up, and you've got those games nowadays. But back in the day, going to the arcade was the way to see the way it was going to be in the future. Which is a shame that we've lost that those 5-minute arcade things. That experience is gone. I've done it with my children though. I mean, where we found arcades, places, we often go there and just to relive my past and give them a different kind of perspective on these things. That these are fun places to go and fun to do bits and pieces in, with the games and shooting at stuff. I mean, the thing that really is missing from current generation consoles and games really is the light gun. And I think the light gun is I know it's a peripheral. They all don't want to. You know what it is? It's people wanting money. They don't want to spend money on something, another peripheral that you can't use on something. Blah 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 blah. Stop doing that. We'd like to play games. Some of us out there would still like the old light gun or something equivalent that does the same job. I don't really want to use a mouse to play House of the Dead or something similar. I want a light gun, and I want to shoot it to telly or something similar, or shoot it at a thing. That's what we want. That's what we really want. Those kind of peripherals. But that's. I think that loaded. It's pretty harsh if it didn't load. I don't think it loaded. I think we need to go to the old PlayZX magic here. I think for this one, because I'm not going to rewind that tape because it sticks us. We're already at the location we're at, so let's go PlayZX magic here. Let's get that PlayZX in there. That'll do the job. But yeah, I think that there's a sort of I know it's corporate, and I get that, but there are people out there that weren't corporate, that weren't that or less corporate. It's maybe just me. The original release. Why is the Hit Squad release an extra minute longer to load? Isn't that weird? Why would the Hit Squad one be an extra minute longer? I bet there's a Hit Squad title screen or something that's been changed to it. I'm not loading it because I don't need to know what's on the Hit Squad version of it. That's damn sure. Right, okay, Green Beret. Yeah, I don't know. I miss things like that. I wish weird peripherals. Remember, we were all playing on our PlayStation 3s and Xbox 360s with things like Rock Band, where we had guitars and drums and a microphone who was singing along with the thing. Remember that? Remember doing those things? Yeah, we're not doing that much nowadays. And the console makers, they've just stopped doing it. From I don't even know if PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, and I doubt it, have any of those kind of peripherals. And PlayStation 5 will definitely not have those kind of peripherals. And Xbox Series, whatever series it is, stupid naming, won't have it either. It's a shame. It's a shame that we we're losing yet another thing. And I know they're costly, as I say, but and they are a bit of a gamble for the suppliers and makers, but it's worth it, I think. I think it's worth it. I don't know. What do you think? Would you like some more peripherals and things? Definitely think the light gun is a massive miss. I know you don't have to be a light gun nowadays. There's other ways to do it, but I do genuinely think it's a massive miss to us all. I think we kind of need that one back again. I think I certainly do. Anyway, I just think it's good fun. It's just good fun. There's something great about it. I mean, but then there's Nintendo doing all Nintendo things that they do. I mean, you can play House of the Dead by tilting the controller in different directions. I think you could do that with It was a PlayStation 4 game because they had that 6-axis pad as well, which never really got used. I mean, I don't know how the haptic one's getting used, the new one. But the 6-axis pad was where you could, it had gyroscopes in it, could tell whether you lean left and right. Never really got used. Yet again, it was kind of like the lowest common denominator for the programmers and developers. I get that. But it was there. I mean, there was that pad thing, wasn't there? And the speaker as well. I mean, that was totally unused as well. There was very few games that used the speaker in for instance, the PlayStation 4 pad. There was a little speaker in there, and there was a little sort of trackpad bit in the middle as well, where you could sort of like draw stuff. And it never happened, and that didn't load. That's awkward. That's awkward. Yeah, let's stop that. Let's try it again. Stop. Let's try it again. That was very awkward. Twice. 3 times. I've had a bit slow loading today. A little slow loading. It's just awkward. Alright. Let's play this one. This is the shorter version. This is the Urbri? I don't know. It's the Spanish release anyway. It's not the re-release. It's the Spanish release. So we'll give this one a try instead. Anyway, we could probably get a different intro sequence of this. There you go. So little bit going across the screen. Software presenter. Green Beret. Anyway, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm just waffling about peripherals and things, but it just seems sad, didn't it? And they never really used those things. PlayStation 4 pad with all its additional built-in bits and pieces not really happened. Oh, I like the different loader. I have to admit, I'm a sucker for the changing the colour of the borders and the bands. Apparently, it's very easy to do as well. Very easy to do indeed. I was on Twitter earlier, and I was looking at ZX Dunny, D-U-N-N-Y, Dunny, I think it is. But he's written a ZX Spectrum programming language for the PC, and it looks pretty good. And he did a Happy New Year thing with it, and it looks kind of cool. So I said, where did he got it from? I didn't know he'd created it himself, but I said, where had he got this from? And he came back and said he'd got it from, he created it himself. Here it is, here's a link to it, and you can have a little look. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I kind of like the idea of that. A bit of ZX programming like that with an easier interface, and then push a button and you get your output. I'm very tempted this year. If I can get any time and space in my life, I'm going to try and do something like that. I think I might try and do a little programming again. I have so many little games that float around in my head, and I never get around to actually doing them. I'd really quite like to do one though. I think it'd be quite nice for me, and maybe you guys can play it as well if I put it on somewhere to download or something. Anyway, coffee. So what have you been paying the most of while we've been having the Christmas break? I have had the Spectrum on, I'll admit. I've had the Spectrum on, played quite a lot of games. One that really stands out in my mind, Steel Eagle Players Premier or Premier Players game. Really like that one. Shoot 'em up, where you fly an F-15 Strike Eagle, but in space, because they've adapted it and made it more advanced and all this kind of stuff. But it's kind of cool. The graphics look really, really good. So that's one that's going to appear on the channel later in this year, sometime. Probably next week now that I've said it. But yeah, Steel Eagle, definitely like that one. Well, I recommend getting that one if you can find that one, or just playing it on your emulators. Definitely like that one. If you like a bit of a shoot 'em up, that's a good one. That's a good one for a sort of a budget title. I also played LA Drug Bust. That was quite funny. Quite like that one. No idea who the actual developer of it is, but I think it said Simon Hobbs was the name of the guy who'd written it, but I can't see who's published it or released it. Just very, very nondescript packaging in that way. Just a wonderful picture of what looks like he's meant to be a police officer, I'm assuming, shooting a door open and kicking it at the same time. It just looks, it's ridiculous. It really is. A bit Operation Wolfie, realistically, but budgety title. It certainly felt budgety title. It probably wasn't at the time, but kind of cool. I like that one. So some good stuff over the Christmas break. Played a bit of specky stuff. There we go. Jonathan Smith. I was right. It was our friend Jonathan Smith. Right. Okay. Press 1. Keys. Up, down, left, right, stab, shoot. Now we'll do that. Happy.
Yes, I am. Stab to start. So we've got to rescue our captives. It just rotates around after you do it, but we've got to rescue them from the base. Missile base, here we go. I love the graphics on this. They're so blooming brilliant. Oh god, that was so lucky. I always thought that those guys with the tops, you know, those sort of commanding ones, all were wearing sort of baseball tops. I know that's really stupid, but also some sort of American football thing, because they look like they've got a number 1 when they go up ladders. Stab to start. Love a bit of stabbing. Stab, 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 stab. I've got too much in the way of equipment now. Right, I need to go down here because there's a man going to come down here. Sugar! I meant to use the grenade thing along there, because there's a man here with a who has a sugar. So unfair. There's a man there with a mortar, and he always does my head in. I'm rubbish at this. It's such a great game as well. That's the worst part about it. It's such a brilliant game, and I'm just the worst at it, and I just feel bad that I'm so bad at it. I mean, I used to be. I remember when I first got it, and I got to the end of the first level. I was just like delighted with myself. It was like the best thing that had ever happened to me, and I didn't stab, and I've lost all my lives. I need to stab again to start. Come on. I am the worst at it. It's so bad. It's just embarrassing. Turn off now. Or at least skip for another 5 minutes while I attempt to be better at it. I can't believe I just did that as well. That was just stupid. Let's go. Should we get some bonuses here? There. Shot it this time round. They're the only ones that shoot at you. No! Oh, I got hit by the grenade. I got him with the flamethrower, and I meant the plumbing. Oh, you idiot. I love the way that we're so hard, though, that we can do the entire level with just a knife. We don't even need guns. We're just too cool. You know? I spent a lot of time lying on the floor. I'm totally prone. There's no ducking for this man. He's just so cool. He just lies on the floor. Here we go. Oh god, I hit the man with the plumbing. What's it? Come on, how many lives have I got left? Oh, I've got 1. Can we get to the end of the level? Please. He went up and down the ladder. They kind of track you. The other guys don't. Past the missile launching site. No, I forgot to attack. Oh, I'm having one more go. I'm so rubbish at it. I think my thing is I go too slowly. I kind of focus on killing stuff instead of actually just moving forward. Because that's all the game's about, moving forward at the end of the day. There we go. Just move forward. Forget tackling all these guys. Just go forward. That's it. Just go forward. There, got it. No, I've stopped. Keep moving. I think that's the aim of the game, realistically. Is to... No! I hate those jumping ones. They're the worst. Cossacks in hats jumping at you. You can't, you know, it's just horrendous. And up the ladder. Graphically, it's stunning as well. Oh, got clever there. Got ya. Let's go for it. Might actually make it to the end of the level here. No, don't say that. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, I haven't got the weapony thing. Oh, I love the way they turn it into skeletons as well, because this knife's so powerful, it nukes them into a skeleton. Oh, I'm here. Oh no. So you basically got kill. Oh, it's impossibly hard with when you haven't got the special weapon. Basically, you get like a whole platoon of Russians to kill. It's, as I say, it's quite hard. Any more? Did it! I'm on the harbour! Yes, it was worth it just to finish level 1. Ooh, that's it, I'm a god. No more games for me. Ah, I'm a god, and I died straight away because I got hit by a mortar. Never mind. It's brilliant. That's such a good game. I love that. That's so much fun. That's just too much fun. That's one of the best games on the Spectrum, in my opinion. It definitely is. It's one of my absolute favourites. That one, definitely worth playing. I think it's worth it. Anyway, right, down the load it, and so we'll see if we can get on this time round. So load it. Let's see what we've got after this. So this should be Ya Kung Fu. There is a second one. It's on my channel. Have a little look at it. Oh my god, it's blooming awful. I managed to glitch it when I first played it, and by the time I looped the game, which starts with you beat the main boss as the first person, doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, it loops the game, and you go back to the start, and he actually stuck, and everybody stuck after that, and I could basically punch everybody really simply. It's really weird because you have to walk along the level instead of being a one-on-one beat 'em up, which this is. And I can't remember the keys, so it'll be interesting to see what the keys are when I get around the way. Yeah, it's a bit of a it's a nice cover. Looks really good. I mean, it really does. It's sort of you're the son of the original character. And it's all about magical soup. It's honestly, it's a bit weird, but it's good. It's good. Well, it's not good actually. I'm totally lying. It's rubbish. It's not a very good game at all. But it's just so different from the first one. And the first one was a tried and tested formula. You could have easily tried it again and done the whole thing, but no, they just decided to go with this crazy sort of. I don't know. Graphically, though, the cover is amazing. The cover was amazing. What was his name? Oh, this guy retouches all of these things nice and neatly, and I can't remember his name. Oh, he's on Twitter all the time. Oh God, I can't remember his name. I wish I could remember his name. Anyway, he retouched this one because I played it obviously and I put it on Twitter, and he retouched the whole thing, and it looks so much better when it's retouched because it's a very orange and green cover. And he managed to separate that out a bit and really sort of make the various parts really stand out and show off the sort of very, I don't know, I want to say Big Trouble in Little Chinatown type style of cover, maybe. Don't know. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking of. That was a terrible game on the Spectrum, that one, Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. I guess it wasn't very good. It really wasn't. There are some very bad games out there and some very good ones, but the lack of quality doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, I think if production time on a game is a couple of months, or maybe 6 months at a push for a Spectrum game or something like that, even with a bit of play testing in it, that back in the day, that's pretty cool, realistically, because you'd still make turnover a fair old chunk of money. I mean, if you think about what Steam's charging for games nowadays, and then you've got to quadruple up the money or something similar. I mean, a £10 game is like a 40 quid game nowadays. So you've done rather well out of that. You did. They did. No wonder the back. Those are the heydays. Those are the big money days. My only problem with things like your modern day downloadable stores is that sometimes some really good little indie titles just get lost in the mass and the profusion of utter rubbish that's there, and sometimes they don't. I mean, like this year, last year's big sort of seller for instance Steam, which is a very inexpensive game, is Vampire Survivor with a sort of Castlevania style graphical sort of look. It's what I would call Now I'm gonna coin a new term here. A new term. This is my new term. What is it with the black screens at the moment? Every time I get to one of these, there's a black screen. What is going on? It's like somebody's gone. You were not going to load these ones. We're on a black screen again. Right? Okay. Black screen again. Let's try it from the blooming PlayZX. This is ridiculous. I'm just annoying me because the rest of it's working fine. So one of the big ones though this year was Vampire Survivor. That was the big sort of seller. But I'm going to, as I say, coin a new term for it. I'm going to call it an auto shooter. That's what I'd call it, because it automatically shoots, and you level up your character as you go along by collecting experience from everything that comes at you. And they're quick and easy to play, but they have a subtle level of I guess sort of building things. There's a re-release here. There's a short re-release. I like short re-releases. There we go. We'll go a short one here. Right. Okay. Done. Push the button, play. There we go. Yeah, Kung Fu 2. Anyway, so, no, it was a big seller this year, was this Vampire Survivor, which has even now got a little DLC that costs a couple of quid. I mean, that's sometimes they get these hidden sort of gems get spotted and people are like, yeah, we're all over that. Sometimes they don't, and it's just really sad that some other great games haven't necessarily got the love that they require. I'm trying to think of some at the moment, but there are quite a few that are. Armies of Ruin is another version of Vampire Survivor done by a British group. It's beautiful. It looks great. It plays well. There is also another one called Soul Survivor, or Soulstones Survivor. Another one, British group. Fantastic, really is. I mean, they've taken a run with the genre, the auto shooter genre, and they've really pushed it with lots and lots of things that are built in for free as they're building a action RPG in the Soul Survivor case. They're building one of those, but they just come across as really good games. So well worth investing some time in and certainly playing. And I'll say I've bought quite a few of them actually, to be honest, because they kind of grab a combination of my action RPG, because I'm a Diablo fan of old, Diablo 1, Diablo 2 not so much so, 3 yes, more action RPG, played that quite a lot, but I was a Diablo player of old, and I had all the sort of add-ons and all the bits and pieces that went with it to sort of deal with money issues and things like that, because you could only carry the money in your inventory slots, so once you had 250,000 gold, you couldn't get any more gold, so you just basically carry gold around with you, and you couldn't carry any extra armors and things, which is really sad. But anyway, but the point was that you know these are pretty those kind of games, but it's like those light, if that makes sense. So it's like those light, experience, level up, build your character, make them stronger, experience, build them up, make them stronger. Quite like the idea of that. Quite like the play. And once you get into it, you realise there's lots of subtleties to it as well. About what you're choosing, what weapons you're choosing, how you're upgrading your character, and how long it lasts. Because everything gets slightly tougher with every sort of level of experience you go up. Everything within the game, it gets slightly tougher, and it's kind of cool. I have to admit, I'm quite enamoured by the sort of that kind of game style at the moment, and also it goes to my more casual. I want a quick game to play, and then I want to come back to it later, and that kind of thing. Not quite a get good kind of game. The other games that I've been playing though during the Christmas break and New Year break. Fallout 4. Went back to Fallout 4. Now, I'm not a big fan, as you know, of AAA companies, and when they got bought by Microsoft, I wasn't too chuffed. But to be fair, I bought it before they bought Microsoft, and I'm sure I didn't pay an awful lot for it. Went back to Fallout 4. Decided to try a completely new build in Fallout 4 of my character. I mean, you either like them or you hate them. These sort of Bethesda RPGs, but. I tried a completely new build of the game. I mean, just a completely new build. Well, that didn't load, did it? Did anybody else spot that not loading? I spotted that not loading. That didn't load at all. Oh. Ooh. Now, I didn't know that existed. Let's do that. Did you know there was a 128k version of it? Me neither. Let's do it. Let's do 128k version of Yi Kung Fu. I did not even know that existed. Let's give that a whirl. Anyway, so so I've been back to Fallout 4. I love the Fallout series. I liked it from the first ones, which were proper RPGs. You know, they were proper RPGs, turn-based RPGs, turn-based combat. You know, you can kind of skip tactics, but Fallout 1 and 2 were brilliant. And yes, they brought it to Fallout 3 to the and New Vegas. They were very good, well worth picking up. I would suggest that if you want to support a company that's not done so well this year with its digital downloads, go and get them from GOG rather than getting them from Steam. And I know that we all like them in our library and all this kind of stuff, but you can combine the two if you really want. That hasn't loaded either. Oh, has it? Something going on. That was weird. Not seen anything like that. I kind of flashed on and off. Was that just me? Hopefully this is the loading screen. If I get a loading screen, I'll be happy. No loading screen. This is weird. It's proper weird. I didn't even know there was a 128k version. I wonder if we get music through it. This isn't going to load, is it? I can tell right now this isn't going to load. I'm basically yakking away at you, and this is not going to load, is it? Anyway, but yeah, Fallout 2, 3, Fallout New Vegas, cracking games, well worth playing. Fallout 4, bit bizarre in the sense of the settlement building thing. I get it. Somebody went, oh, we can make them do building, and we can make them build settlements. It's all right, but it gets a bit frustrating, especially if you're meant to be following a storyline of, you know, I mean, if you haven't played Fallout 4, it's no real spoilers. You get sort of frozen cryogenically for 200 years, and your child is stolen in the process, and that's what you're looking for. And you could choose to be him or her, and unfortunately, your partner gets shot in the cryogenics chamber when halfway through your sleeping process. But yeah, you know, so it's a weird one, realistically. You know, it's. I don't know. It's not a bad game. Problem is, it's got all this faction stuff, and I know they did that in Fallout New Vegas, and they did it in. I don't think they did it in Fallout 3, but they had sort of factions and groups and all this kind of stuff in the sense of that one has to win the whole thing, which is a bit annoying. But I've been playing it the usual way I play it, which is I like to go nude into the wasteland. There's nothing better than letting the wind whistle through your hair. As you wander through the wasteland, you can't go nude, by the way. You have to wear your underpants, and and if you're a lady, you wear your bra. But everybody comments on the fact that you do know you're nude. But I like to play it in that kind of way. That's normally how I play it. But this time around, I decided to go with a weird way of doing my stats. You get your stats at the beginning. You get something like 22 points to put into things, and they max certain things out. And this time round, I maxed out two things. I maxed out luck, and I maxed out intelligence for the fun of it. So I just put them to 10s, both of them to 10s, so that I've got access to the skills that are involved with luck and intelligence, which is quite handy because luck doesn't half avoid getting killed a lot, because when you've got no endurance and no strength and very little charisma, it's a bad news in the wasteland, to be honest with you. So I've beefed up a bit in the nature of the game, but I've quite enjoyed playing that. It's been quite a lot of fun to play that one during the sort of Christmas break. It's a bit of a distraction sometimes. I mean, it is effectively a looter shooter. I mean, you loot things, shoot things, take it somewhere else. If you read the story, you have to find that by looking at sort of terminals, or there's some random NPC gives you some bits and pieces before you shoot them in the head and take their equipment. Of course, that's the normal approach. The other thing is, though, I always try to be bad. Have you ever tried being bad in one of these games? I mean, remember. Good old Peter Molyneux. Peter Molyneux was very insistent about his Fable games, that he really wanted you to be bad, not good. And being good, obviously, you get a little halo over your head, or you get horns if you're really evil. And it's really, 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 really tough to actually. I find it very tough to be evil in games. I just can't do it. I'm not that kind of person. I struggle with the whole evil thing. You know, I say I shoot them in the head in the wasteland. I don't. I help them. I go get them water or whatever else it is, and heal their wounds and things. I can't help myself. And I do the same, and I do this. And Fable was really tough because you had to do nasty things to become sort of really, evil. However, to be fair, one of the easiest ways to become an evil in Fable, I remember this, was you could eat little chicks. So you got little chicks, chicken chicks type things, little yellow fluffy things, and you could crunch them. And they used to say they were crunchy chicks, and you could eat those, and that made you evil. And that was the easiest way to become evil, was doing that. That and a few evil acts, of course. But of course, there was bonuses for being evil. It's a really weird game. Realistically, it was very weird. Very, very weird. I'm loving the fact that we're not actually getting anything on the screen here, and we're watching this loading here. And it's typical what's on the tape. We're almost at the end of this load now. And I have a feeling this isn't going to load. What do you think? There's so many versions of it on here. Yep, that's the end of the tape. And we've not loaded. What a surprise. Okay. Yep. That's fine. Stop. Let's try it again. One more time. Come on. One more time for me. Let's give it a try, and then we'll move on to our next one. Let's do this. So back to the 48K version, because there's no such thing as the 128K version. That's clearly an utter lie. There we go. That's so weird that it says 128K. I wonder if that was... was there a 128K version? Anybody know a 128K version? I never played the 128K version. I think I had a special copy of it, and then I had the Hit Squad version of it originally. So that was my thing. I wasn't a big Hit Squad collector, to be honest with you. I was more into Mastertronic and Firebird than I was into to Hit Squad. It never really struck me as a big thing. I noticed a lot of people starting to get towards the end of their collections recently. My condolences to Dave Place, Retrogames Bradley, who hasn't made his complete collection last year. He's one short. He's got that. He needs that Castle Master. If you're out there and you want to help him, go find his channel. It'll probably be in the description below. He needs Castle Master. He's prepared to sell you his left kidney and has a few empty cans of Stella. I was going to say full cans of Stella, but the empty cans of Stella because they'll be in Dave's kidney. So he can have some empty cans of Stella and Dave's kidney if you wish to sell him your Castle Master. I think he's desperate at this point. I think he may actually sell his soul this year. We'll see. He's been worshipping the almighty Hit Squad devil monster. It's not a road I want to go down. I did post some picture of one of my walls of Spectrum games the other day, and somebody commented on the fact that there was a lot of Hit Squad on there. I'm like, yeah, I don't collect them. I've been very lucky that a lot of people have sent me Hit Squads over the days, and I've got them in bundles. I do not actively go after Hit Squad games. I'm not a Hit Squad collector. I'd rather have the double dual original version of something, or the single cassette version of the original thing, rather than the Hit Squads themselves. I realise that there's probably a small fortune in Hit Squads sitting on my shelf, but do you know what? Like I said to somebody else, they said to me, why is there 2 copies of Rambo on the shelf? And the answer to the reason why there's 2 copies of Rambo on the shelf, it's 2 copies of Rambo because life's too short to actually sort anything or remember anything, and I don't do lists, so I do it by memory. So I buy 2 copies of this. When I can't remember what I've got, I'll just buy another one. So yeah, there's probably like, if I did have Castle Master or for a Hit Squad, there would be about 4 or 5 copies without a doubt, because I'm the idiot who would collect them and stick them on the shelf and not remember what I've got. My wife has suggested that I should go to the trouble of actually selling some of these things, and I'm too lazy to do that too. So yeah, it's all done by memory. I have no lists anywhere. I am the worst collector ever. That's me. I'm 100% the worst collector. I do it with everything as well, by the way. I have multiple copies of multiple things for multiple systems because I forget that I've already got them. This is how I am. This is me. You'll have to just accept it. That's what I am. Just chaos incarnate. That's my motto. That's why I got piles of stuff. So right, coffee. Let's carry on with the coffee. We'll try and work through it. We're almost done with the coffee though, unfortunately. And we're not done with this tape. We're barely anywhere into it, actually, to be honest with you. There's at least 3 more games to go on there, according to this. Yeah, we've got Hyper Sports, Mikey, and Ping Pong. Do you remember Rockstar's table tennis? Rockstar's table tennis was a I think an experiment from the Rockstar team. They basically built this in-house, and it's a really good table tennis game. I can highly recommend it. It's a bit like ping pong. Ping pong's really good for the specky, but they created this in-house, this table tennis game, realistically to test the GTA Engine 4, which is effectively what it was to do, was to check that 4's engine would work well, that the physics would work and all the other things. So they created this table tennis game, and it's actually really, really good. It's like one of these games. It's like, really, Rockstar created a table tennis game? Yeah, they did. They did create one. That was one of their sort of early sort of. I guess they built it in house, and they liked it so much they decided to produce it as a game. I kind of like the idea of that. I like the idea of somebody using those sort of skills to actually, you know, build another game out of the things that they've got. Fingers crossed. Yes, finally. Oh my goodness, that was a mammoth task, wasn't it? Right, Konami R licensing. Right, from Imagine. Here we go. So, 6 to redefine the keys. Oh my god. Yeah, it's this. Up left. Up right. Down left. Down right. Up. Left. Right. Down. Hit. Right, so that's the keys that I would use for oh, what's it called? For exploding fists. So we're going to use the same ones on here, and we'll give this a go. Do 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 do. I love the hit. It's very satisfying. Very, very. As I say, one of the greatest sort of arcade fighters, early days and all this kind of stuff of one-on-one beat 'em ups. Love it. It's one of those games where it's like you were beating your friend, weren't you? And you liked it. You liked it. Got her. Star. She didn't even get the chance to throw the star before I punched her. It's all over. Here we go. Nunchuk. Don't tell the British government about that. They don't like those. I'm going to get beaten here. The little legs flapping in the air because I've been knocked out so hard. Worth it. There is I can't remember which the move is, though. Is it? It's not that one. Oh, beat him. Just the last second there. Oh, does fire change the between punch and whatever else it's? Oh, hang on. I'm on punch mode at the moment. Is it space? Space changes it. Kick. That's what I want. I knew there was a kick. There's like that kick there. That's awesome, that one. There we go, got him. So space changes the mode between kick and sort of the punch. And kick can be quite devastating. So let's put the kick back on again. Alright. It's just a fisticuff fight. We just punch each other backwards and forwards. It's not got the subtleties of exploding fists, because exploding fist, of course, it's one hit sort of knockdown, but it is an impressive game. It really is. It is an impressive looking game. It's impressive to play. I quite enjoy it, actually, to be honest with you. It's a good little game. It's nice to sort of work your way through the level. Here's Fan, who surprisingly fires a fan at you. I punched her in the foot to finish. It's always good to get somebody in the foot, isn't it? Stage 7. Oh, my finger's gone funny. Got my fingers on every key, by the way. This is sword. I think you can tell what it's called. I like the way that they're just named after what they actually carry. It's like sword carries a sword. Of course he does. Because why wouldn't he? That's exactly what sword does. Look at my score already. It's massive. It's a moose's score. This is ton fun. I assume that's what those things are called. There we go. He's down as well. Brilliant. Kicking some bum here for the new year. Blues, which is effectively me. And I've beaten Blues. And Oolong. Stage 10. Have I looped it? I've looped it! Brilliant! I've looped it, peoples! I have looped the game. It's always good when you loop it. Except they've now upped the level of skill, of course, of the creatures slightly, I think. I think I've looped it. Have I looped it? I'm sure he was the first guy I fought. I'm sure he was the first guy I fought. If we get another name that I recognise, we'll do that. Stage 11. Yep, we've looped it. I've done it. This is actually a completed game this year. Amazing. Oh god, she's going mad now though, Star. She went mental there. Kicked the hell out of me. Crazy ninja abilities. Got her. Down. Again. I can't believe this. I'm doing so well. Stage 12. Nunchuck. Nunchuck, baby. Oh. Oh, I've done... Oh, wow. Oh, I'm surprised at myself here with this. This is a killer run. I used to do rubbish this back in the day. I remember actually really struggling with this. Nice graphics for different characters. No, it's just blow for blow, though, isn't it? It really is, though. It's so much food as well, or so many lives. So I think my lives are like bowls of soup. That's what they are. That's it. Got him. So many bowls of food. Let's see if we've got another one now, I know. No. Club. He's got a club and a shield. I don't suppose they could fit the word club and shield into that space. Oh, wow. I'm awesome today. This is never ending, by the way. This is going on forever. I'm going to loop it again. Get to 18 and I've looped it. I've got another life as well now. Oh, fans gonna is showing me the errors of my ways there. Stage 15. I'm delighted with this. I think this happened last time I played this game. I was like so much better than I remember being, and I can't remember why I was so bad as a kid at it. Oh god. All of a sudden, I've lost my mojo. I've lost my mojo. Come on. She's got me again. Switch to kicks. Time to switch to kicks. Let's switch to kicks. I thought I was going to make it to 18 there, but it's not going to happen, is it? There we go. Switch to the kicks. Time to give us some kicks. Oh my gosh. The kicks aren't helping. It's not helping at all. can't believe this. Okay, there's fans. She's sending some fans over. Alright, okay. Oh, I'm down! It's all over! It was worth it, though. I am the best. I is the best. That's a good score, that. I love it. That was brilliant. Worth it. Worth it. Definitely worth it. Let's go on. Let's see what else is on this tape. So, this should be Hypersports. That's what it should be, anyway. Let's see whether or not it is Hypersports. Let's go push the button. And we'll go for it. Oh, my cough caught up with me there. That's the first time, actually, during the whole thing, I think. It's a little tickly cough. Awkward. Awkward little cough. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. Hypersports, another arcade game converted over onto the ZX Spectrum. Konami again. I think it's on Hit Squad as well, isn't it? He says looking behind him. I don't know. Might be. I didn't know I had that. I just look at the shelf of the Hit Squads and I didn't realise I had Salamander. Also got Rastan, but Rastan's a cracking game. I've got the original in the big box as well. I like Rastan. And I've got 2 copies of Daley Thompson's that I can actually just see in front of me on the Hit Squad label. Because you can never have enough Daley Thompson. I was always envious of anybody who had the original Ocean version of it. I thought it was brilliant. Even if it was a keyboard on Joystick Destroyer, I was always jealous of those people that had that game. Because it's just awesome, isn't it? It's a really good game. Really, really good game. Oh, this is a good game as well. I think I've mentioned him earlier. Zombie Bob's Emporium of Old Tat. It's the greatest name for what YouTube channel anyway. But Zombie Bob's Emporium of Old Tat he's also, I believe, very good at Hypersports as well. I think this is his other jam. I think this is his other sort of game of choice. If you're going to play one, this is the one he plays. What is with this tape? It's so weird. I can't. Arg. Hang on. I'm just going to fast forward it where it's at the next one. And we'll play the next game for the next one. This is just a weird tape. It is a bit of a weird tape, realistically. It's been a bit. There we go. That'll be the next game, right? Okay, let's pop the PlayZX in. It's just really weird today. It's not. We just keep getting black screens on the thing occasionally. It's just really annoying. You think you're almost there, and it kind of lures me into a false sense of security, and then it's not there at all. Let's find Hypersports. Hypersports. That one looks like the right one. Let's go with the old load it. Yeah, anyway. Fingers crossed. Brace yourselves. It's the usual. There's nothing like the thing about we're about halfway through, by the way. This is just one that's just awkwardly slow this time round. So in the sense of it loading. I don't know which version this is. Looks like a slightly different version here, but I don't mind if it's a slow loader and it works fine. That's cool, because I think it's a turbo loader or something like that. Speed locked, I think it was called. The speed lock on the other version of it. We're about halfway through this tape. We're about halfway through this side of the tape. It feels like we've been here forever. It's been a long run working way through it. It's gone longer than I thought it was going to go for. I've made the mistake of trying to do this before lunch, but I have been up early this morning. As I said before, I felt rotten on the New Year's Eve, just absolutely rotten. I slept for 25 hours. I was awake this morning at 6:30. I mean, just awake. That was me, fully awake, fully ready for the day. Just needed to wake up. So I was awake, and I was kind of. Well, I'll get up and I'll do rendering in my videos. So I've spent all morning rendering videos, so from about 6 until about 10. I've spent rendering videos, all the things that I played during the sort of Christmas break. Get few more videos up to date and all this kind of stuff. Gives me a bit of space to do other things. So I spent ages rendering videos, and sort of getting all of those things done. So at about 10 o'clock I decided that I would do that. And of course this is now nearly, by my point of view, it's nearly about lunchtime. And I'm still going, which doesn't surprise me, but at the same time, bit annoying that it's actually gone that far. So I was hoping it would be done in about an hour and a half max. I know we're not quite at an hour and a half anyway, but we're almost there. We're almost there. It's good to play though. It's good to play. You know, the best thing about doing What's on the Tape, I think, is that I sometimes put games on I haven't played in ages, and games that I have loved and not remembered for ages as well. It often adds to my list of things that I'm going to buy, and then obviously duplicate multiple times. Because I don't remember I played them the week before, but to be fair, it does kind of add to my games that I want to buy or need to have a collection of. I definitely have Breakthrough though. I definitely have Green Beret and both the large duel and the small duel. Same with, I don't think Breakthrough got a re-release, so it's only the big duel case. I've got the big duel case of Kung Fu. I've got Hyper Sports in the clamshell, the plastic clamshell. I've got and if this is an order, I've got Mikey in the clamshell, and I've got Ping Pong in the clamshell somewhere as well. I also have the Konami Hits compilation, and I also have the Hit Squad version of Mikey. I don't know if I've got the Hit Squad version of a few of the other ones there, but I've got quite a few of them anyway on the Hit Squad one. Not that I really care about Hit Squad, but as I say, you just kind of collect them over time, don't you? They kind of appear, or certainly for me, they kind of appear in my collection, and I don't mind them appearing. They just turn up, and they come from bundles and things like that. I mean, I got a bundle of Spectrum games the other day for What's on the Tape. It included a copy of Codemasters International Rugby. Game I've never played, to be honest with you. I'm not a big rugby fan. Didn't really like it much when I was at school. It was all about getting wet and muddy and getting beaten up by people, I think. So I wasn't a big fan of it. Not that I minded that, because I was quite fast, so I didn't get run up, didn't get smushed too often, but occasionally you did. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. Not a massive fan of the old of rugby. But yeah, it's International Rugby though came with it, and a couple of other things that came in the box as well. It was kind of interesting to see, and I think I don't know if I showed it off or not, but I certainly got. It had the inserts for Lords of Midnight, which I haven't actually got. So I was like dead chuffed because it goes with the box that I've got. See, I don't mind this. You know, I'm not one of these people. I know there's a group out there that does the looks sort of kind of does CEX watching, so they see what's in CEX and what's coming up and what's in shops and all this kind of stuff. And I got no big objection with looking at it, but then there's a lot of people who show what they've got and then show them sending it back again because it got the label or the inserts isn't there, and I think to myself, what's going to happen with them is they're going to get binned, so things are going to become more and more uncommon realistically as they go along. They are going to end up being binned. It's not that I accept it, if that makes sense. I just don't see. It's just a shame to see these things get thrown away, because somebody's going to throw it away in the end. I mean, I've got broken copies of some things, and I'm like, I'm not going to throw it away because it just seems unfair to throw away something that's there. Right, okay, another Jonathan Smith game. I forgot that they did this one as well. Right, keys, left, OP, Q fire. I'll go with those. Oh, look at this. There's a man that's a man with a tash. Look at him go. Right, one for keyboard. You got to enter your name. Here we go. And E to end. And I've got to swim by going left and right. Got to wait for the gun. Keep forgetting to breathe. Oh, didn't breathe. Forgot to breathe. If you breathe too early, though, you break your stride as well, which is horrible. I've forgotten what games are involved in this, to be honest with you. They can listen to me smashing the keyboard here, by the way. Terrible. Can't do it in 45 seconds though to get to not to be disqualified. Oh my god. Oh, it's just over. Game over already. Blummin' heck. Oh jeez, that's tough. Right, okay, what do we have? We have interface 1, cursor keys. Kempston. I don't have a Kempston fitted. Oh, I've got to go again. Got to go again. 1 for keyboard. Right. It's proper harsh though, that. That's proper harsh. Right. This is going to be bad. I can tell. At least I know I have to breathe, basically. Okay. Okay. I'm tapping my foot here on the floor as well with excitement. I'm almost there. I'll take it. I'm there. Oh, God. Oh. 1 down. 1 game down. Hypersports. It's enough. Alright, you got to shoot when they pop in the things here. Don't think I was meant to shoot the tin can. Did I fail? Yes, no, passed. First time round. Wow, fantastic. Didn't get into the high score table, but I did it. Not meant to shoot the tin can. It's alright, qualifying. Oh, I did it! 3,000! I've done it! It's pretty tough though, this game. It really is. But I think I remember liking the shooting bit. It's kind of cool. Oh, got the tin can again. Broke my current scores. Exactly the same. So I'm in 3,000. Brilliant. Can't remember what other games are on this though. Oh, here we go. Running and... full speed. Right, and I've got to hit the button at the right time. Oh, damn. I think I've got to hit the button when I'm on there as well. Not sure what I'm meant to do here. Perfect. What? Hang on. What was that then? Don't understand. Going full tilt here. Not sure what I'm meant to do. And I got that game over. Oh, what a harsh game. What a horribly harsh game that is. I like it, but it's horribly harsh. I'm gonna have to give that a proper go another day though, because that's actually I quite liked it, but it was harsh. I'm gonna have to do a proper video on full on video on that one. I liked it, but it's harsh, as I say. I have to get the joystick out for that one, I think. Right, okay, let's have a little go. See what we got next. This should be Mikey. Now, Mikey, this is a strange one. This is about earning the love of your girlfriend by using your buttocks to push people off chairs. It's a new approach. It's a very new approach. It's probably very much I don't know, pioneered by I don't know, idiots like, you know, Mr. Trump or something like that. He pioneered this kind of... Yeah, it's a weird game anyway, but yes, you basically you use your buttocks to push the people off chairs to pick up hearts, love hearts. There's lots of love hearts involved in this. And then you get the love hearts, and then you have to go love hearts, some more love hearts, and when you get enough love hearts, you get a kiss. I think if that's right. I'm not sure that he's a high school jock though. Mikey. I think he's more semi-cool. That kind of guy was alright. Everybody kind of knew him. I think. He's certainly a cheeky scamp. That's what he is. A little scamp. Here we get a loading screen. It's actually a lovely loading screen. Very nice artwork again. Think this is Bob. I think it's Bob Wakeland again. Fantastic artist. There's so many good artists back in that day, wasn't there? I can't think of the ones that are similarly good nowadays. That's not going to load either. We're having a bad time with these, but should I let it go? You just don't know whether to let it go or not. It'll be interesting to see if it crashed all the way through. Yeah, because there's custard flan throwing chefs. That's easy for me to say. It's not easy for you to say, but it's easy for me to say. Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to work. Let's find it on PlayZX. Let's say I'm not tempted. I don't know if I'm tempted to let this one go. I definitely want to play some more Hypersports, though. I quite like that. Mikey. There we got Mikey there. I don't know. Sometimes we've left these before and they've actually loaded, and sometimes we've left them and have not. There's like a pair of teeth in the top corner there. You can't really see it for all the flashing of the graphics. It's a fantastic tape, this one. It's been nothing but grief since we started with it. It's not been easy to load. Not been easy at all. I'm just looking at the reels to see how many dozen more games are on here. I don't know if there'll be any more though. A huge amount of them. I mean, some of these have been 5-minute loaders, so we're getting through it all. We're piling through it. This is a 30-minute tape on each side, 60, 30 minutes each side. Unlike the last one, which was 30 plus an extra 6 minutes. It made a difference, didn't it? You could tell those extra 6 minutes made a huge difference to the whole thing. You can imagine back in the day that was probably a thing. You know, when you were recording the top 40, it's like, oh my god, I'll get 33 minutes of it on this side. And I went very Geordie there. And 33 minutes on the other side. Don't do Geordie. Don't do Geordie. I don't do many accents apart from Santa Claus, which confused you the other day, huh? You thought it was the big man himself, but it wasn't. It was me. Me making those ho 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 noises. Just like John McClane. Yeah, do you know something? I had a sneaking suspicion that we were going to get a black screen on that one as well, didn't you? What do you think? Do you think that was kind of a given that was going to be a black screen? I certainly thought it was a given that was going to be a black screen. Let's push the buttons and let's do this load dit from here. Let's put Mikey on. Kind of knew that was going to go that way, didn't you? Kind of a given with the way that the screen was. We'll see if hopefully this will load better and we'll actually get the right thing in this time round. I'm a bit of a shame that I've run out of coffee though. I'm kind of gasping now at this point. I might have to go get like a glass of water or something similar. There we go. What's this? Mikey. This is new. Oh, this is very new. That's not the loading screen I was expecting. Okay. Yeah, that's not the loading screen I was expecting. This is from PlayZX. It's not the normal loading screen. Another Joffrey Smith game. Joffa. He likes to write his name backwards, Jonathan Smith. We did play Pud Pud on the channel. If you've not looked at it, Pud Pud's there. So that was the game where he appeared in that sort of documentary thing with it was an ocean documentary. You'll have seen it. It's on like YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and all kinds of stuff. And he was showing off his game Pud Pud. It's quite a cool game, Pud Pud. Actually, to be honest with you, I do like the fact that you eat stuff. It's like this cool thing. It's well worth. I'd love to get an original copy of the Double Duel, but I've got the Americana re-release, which is a bizarre re-release. You'd have thought it would end up on Hit Squad, wouldn't you? considering all the other ones had. Don't know why that one didn't. I hope he was smart enough to retain the rights to some of these games. Mind you saying that, back in the day, they were offering them people quite a lot of money. You know, £500 back then for a game was quite a lot of money. Quite a lot of money. I haven't talked about the. Just want to briefly skim over the Evercade disaster of Christmas. I know I've probably mentioned it already, but I was one of those people affected by the limited edition ones that were stolen in the UK. So there was a limited edition black Evercade with a whole bunch of other bits and pieces that went with it. And they were all stolen between Evercade and Funstock, where I was getting the items from. And we had a message from Evercade and Funstock saying that they're going to get these things done and reproduced and whatever else is and get them out there. But it won't be until before March this year, which is quite sad, realistically. That's quite a long time. So I'm seeing all these people with the brand new Evercade games and software and all this kind of stuff. And I haven't got one. I've still got my Versus, of course, but I haven't got one of these new Evercades, and I'm kind of disappointed by that, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I get it. It's not their fault, you know. The people who Evercades, it's not their fault. Somebody decided to steal the product on the way. But it's going to be a bugger selling them, realistically, because they're limited edition ones. They're going to look like all the other limited edition ones that are coming out, but at the same time, you're not going to be able to sell them until the other limited edition ones are out there. Going to be certainly obvious anyway. It's not like stealing the white the current white ones that you can buy. They're just going to be really obvious, unfortunately, that we've stolen those particular, you know, those particular items have been stolen. So yeah. But we got a letter saying it was going to be round about March time, which is a long time, realistically, a long time to wait. I can wait. I mean, I'm not that desperate. Just a bit of a shame. They did suggest that in the first emails that it was going to be. That setup, that one, has got some funny noises in it. Listen. Well, that's not going to work, is it? I'm not having the best of time at the moment with these things. That is not going to work. Can I see? I was trying to look for my Hit Squad version of it. I can't see my Hit Squad one. Stop. I've got another one. Here. Let's just do this one. That one didn't sound very good, did it? There's something weird about that one. So anyway, the Evercades went missing. Somebody stole them. So it needs a full restart. Oh, just new isn't enough because the memory's already got stuff in it. So let's reset the machine. Yeah, it was a bit disappointing for us people who were waiting for the Evercade, to be honest with you, who'd gone to the trouble of buying the. To be fair, there wasn't much difference in the limited edition cost than the standard edition. It's just that it was a black bezel instead of and a black unit instead of the white unit that you get with the other one. I'm not a snob for that kind of stuff. I'm really not. I don't really care. But I've been supporting it since it began. You know, I pre-ordered the thing before it started. I pre-ordered the original one. I was one of the first. I was an early sort of adopter of a system that's actually become quite good, actually, in the sense of what it's doing and the things that it's got going. I mean, they said that this year's alone they've got 11 cartridges in that are going to come out. 11 cartridges. That's quite a lot for considering they're a UK-based company that they're building this thing. But they've got 11 cartridges and they've signed up to 11 deals thus far. So that is kind of pretty good. So this is like with arcade vendors, and this is things like Capcom themselves, Irem, Data East, Namco, all these kind of people. These are the people they're kind of talking to. They're also talking to, obviously, other IP holders like the ones from Pixel Games who have bought up quite a lot of the original Commodore and Spectrum sort of titles, including the Hungry Horace and Horace and go skiing and things like that. So they bought up quite a lot of that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of that going on. And of course, the beauty of it is also indie developers. That is the screen I was hoping to see first time round. That's the one we want. So we've also got cheerleaders chasing our cheeky chappy here. That's the man himself. Mikey in the middle. Arcade game, based on an arcade game. Love this Konami stuff. It's all arcade games to the Spectrum. I was kind of a fan of this one as well. Quite liked this one back in the day. I was quite liked it. It was a game I was after a copy of and finally eventually got a copy of it. It just multi levels, loops around at the end of it. kind of high score. Well, just high score driven. Fantastic stuff. Good fun. Lots of fun indeed. But anyway, so it's loading. We're on there. It's a long one, by the way. I didn't realise it was going to be such a long episode. I was thinking it was going to be shorter, but I think failed loads do actually have a massive effect on the runtime of my videos. And as I say, this is why doing it live would be much more entertaining sometimes. You could all tell me in the comments how badly it's going. You can tell me in the comments anyway. Skip past the part. Skip a few bits. See what's going on. See what's happening with the whole thing. I hope everybody's is looking forward to the new year. I'm hoping it's going to be a better year than it has been. There's some horrible financial things looming for all of us, which is a bit disappointing, unfortunately, mainly to do with energy, which is not very good. But maybe I don't know. There might be something better out of it. I noticed the price of certain fuels is going down recently, so you never know. There might be some knock-on effects. It never normally is, but it's worth the thought. It's worth the hope. So. But we have got a brand new year, 2023. At least it's not the last few years where we've had certain nasty virus knocking around. It's still knocking around, but we've pretty much opened up as a country, haven't we? We've got our vaccinations and all those other things. It's the nature of the beast. So I think my wife's got herself an ice lolly. She's just gone past. She went past with the look of I've not got an ice lolly in my hand. Oh, sorry, I stand corrected. She's got a pepperami in her hand. Or it's not a pepperami, it's an Aldione Meatster, isn't it? It's an Aldione Meatster, yeah. No paying £3.50 for pepperamis when you can get an Aldione Meatster for £1.50 or whatever it is. Yeah, much better. Salami, meat salami, Meatsters. I love an Aldi Meatster actually. It's quite nice. They're quite nice. Good bit of protein there. Bit too much in the way of fats probably, but not bad as a protein thing. So it's a Aldi Meatster. And she went past though with that look of I'm not eating this, and she is. She's not eating it. Don't look. Almost there. There's the love heart. There's the little display. Very nice. I think when you press a key, it spells Mikey. Oh, maybe it doesn't. That was really high pitched. Shout and throw. That'll do. Lovely. Keyboard. Doodle-doodle-dood. Start. So there I am at the bottom. You got to collect the hearts in order, but you don't really have to. No. Tried shouting at him, didn't work. So you got to collect the hearts. Here we go again. You can collect them in the flashing order, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, he's got me again. So, failure teaches success. There's only one bad guy in this. It's effectively the teacher. I can outrun him, thankfully. I think I can shout at him as well. No, I can't shout at him. I thought I could shout at him to get rid of him. It's just a case of avoiding him. Always thought you could shout at him, and that was it. He's the worst teacher ever, though. He's not teaching very much. We'll just outrun him. I love the way I walk. Look at the way I walk with my arms. Oh, that was a bit of AI trickery there. He's following me round. And Come on. He's throwing his false teeth at me. Open! So I can get out now to the next room. There we go, we're out. Okay, so now I've got to avoid the janitor. And the janitor just got me straight away, which is rubbish. And I'm in. And then it's a case of... I don't know if I have to shout at these. No. Oh, I can pick up stuff there. How do I get these? How do I butt them again? I can't remember how you collect these blooming things. Oh, you shout at them. You do shout at them. You stand and shout at them. I don't know why you shout at them, though. Don't ask me why you shout at them. Oh, God. It feels like Benny Hill. You know, he was chasing me around the... Yeah, you kind of have to... You collect the hearts to get out of here. So I've only got the one left to go. At the bottom of here. I'm shooting... Oh, I've got to be straight in front of her. And I'm not. Bring him over here. Oh my God. Oh, he got me! How did he get so fast all of a sudden? Oh my goodness. Right, okay, I think we've got the plan here though this time round. Definitely. I'm going to have another go because I quite like Mikey. It's quite a good game. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Here we go. I was rubbish at that first level though. Oh, chase me. Yep, it's like an episode of Benny Hill. He's going to start throwing his teeth at me in a minute, though. I don't want that. You just stay over there, you horrible teacher. What have I done to you? Apart from disrupt your entire lesson with my antics and running around grabbing love hearts. Huh? Nothing. Oh, you son of a gun. Let's go to the front first. It may be easy to start the front. Maybe not. Right, you can just stay there with your poor dental hygiene. Come on. If he stops, I'm in trouble. Out we go. Butt the door. There we go. Straight out. That's really unfair. That guy there is really unfair. Right, in we go. Ah. Used to be quite good at this once upon a time, but don't seem to be so good nowadays. Oh, but if you oh god, if you still touch him when he's got the ball, he's still dangerous. That's really annoying. And that guy nearly just got me straight away. That's really unfair. That's really unfair. And he sped up massively earlier as well. That. He did. He sped up massively earlier. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out of the room now. There's the teacher. And we're into the next one. Oh, it's a shouting job as well. This is more Pac-Man than anything else. And there's cafeteria. He can throw food at them. Shout at that one on the centre of the table. There's the out. Get out, and we're on. I'm in. Oh, getting closer here. Oh, here we go. These girls just dancing. I just have to avoid him, I think. Oh, I've been dazzled by their lady parts. There we go. Dazzled. Out of the way. Don't dazzle me. Oh, she's gone. She's gone. She's doing a solo. She's doing a solo. Stay there with your solo. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. I dig you. Hold on. It's all about love. It's all about love for Mikey. And there's the last room. God, you sod. That was the last room, and I basically had to collect the last thing, and that would have been her all loved up and ready for me. He says, all loved up and ready for me. I can't believe we're on to the next one. Right, okay, let's get my name in quickly. That's a good one, that. Quite like Mikey. It's one of them games that you know you just kind of. I don't know. It's not a bad game. It's not a bad game at all. I like Mikey. Right, reset. Old Spectrum reset. Let's start on basic. Did not expect this to be nearly 2 hours long. You probably didn't either. You got your money's worth though. I took a sick day and then I came back with a double effort. Double effort. It's a good job I'm not Elon Musk. Then I do half the work in about 3 times the time because you're not particularly. Oh, that was bitchy. Probably just tweeted about it. Anyway, time for ping pong. There's a little bit of tape left. I have a sneaking suspicion there might be something else squeezed on the end of here. You never know. There might be a bit of history, something random from the past, just all bunged in, crammed into the whole thing, just for fun. But we'll see. Speed loaders, hate these things. Particularly bad for copying back in the day. Ping pong though, very good version of ping pong as well. There's some very good games amongst this. I think most of these have been Jonathan Smith actually. I think there is obviously a style and quality thing here that's involved on all of the games that he did. I think this is very much the games that he did are quality games. Let's be honest. I think this might be him as well, actually, to be fair. From old Konami, who have gone back into making computer games with a remake of an original game that was very successful. I hope they don't break it and make it ugly and horrible. Capcom did it successfully, though, let's be honest. You know, the Resident Evil remakes have been particularly good and well received. So it is possible to make, and they've made new ones, and it is possible to remake quality older games in a nice style. So let's hope Konami manages to do Silent Hill 2 some justice, even though it isn't part of the cult of Silent Hill. It'll be interesting to see, because that's a tough one. That's a tough one to do, realistically. It's a good game. I played it on my channel, played it all the way through. 12 episodes if you want to watch it. I think 12 or 13 episodes, actually. 12 episodes if you want to watch it. I played it all the way through. I got the neither good nor bad ending. There is 2 different endings. It's very hard to actually get the endings different. If you've never played it before, there's a point where you meet a woman who looks extremely like your deceased wife. And it depends how you treat her within the game on how the ending of the game comes along. In the case of me, I was neither here nor there, I think, about the amount of time I spent with her and whatever else. So I don't think I got the good ending. But I didn't get the bad ending for I guess rushing off and not spending time with her. I don't know how you improve the time you spend with her. Realistically, you still have to run round and avoid all the horrible nasties in the fog that's out there. So I don't know. It's a weird one, that one. The fog is so well done though in Silent Hill 2. I mean, I think the quintessential version of it definitely is the PlayStation 2 version of it. The Xbox version of it is just not quite as good, and the rendering isn't quite so good on that version of it. But good game, well worth playing. I definitely recommend Silent Hill 2. I recommend a lot of games, but that's one of the ones I do. And I'm not a big horror fan or anything like that, but I do recommend that one. I think that's really good. I noticed that Death Stranding was a free game over the Christmas period for Epic Games. If you got that. I just pick up the free games from Epic, to be honest with you. That's my thing. I just pick up all the free games from Epic and I play those, and I think that's it's pretty good doing that. Why do they just keep going black at the end of this of them loading? It doesn't load. It just gets to the end part and it just goes black on the screen. I'm sure this is it's jinxed that tape for what happens. Nothing there. Just at the end. It's like somebody didn't record the whole thing. Let's find ping pong on here. Ping pong. Hit Squad re-release. Yeah, that's probably the one. It's so weird. It's just making the episode very long. That's all it's doing. Basically, every time I load a ping pong game, it doesn't load. So we've got ping pong, and we've got about a quarter of a tape left. No, not massive amount, but more than I expected. As I say, this has been a longer than expected episode. So I'm very popular with Son, but at least they gave him some breakfast this morning, so he can wait a little bit longer. But it's not like he's starving to death. All right, he's not starving to death. We don't need to sing Christmas songs and send him food parcels. Yeah, I think he'll be about ready for his tea shortly, or his lunch, should I say? That's his lunch. Ready for his lunch. Bit of scoff, nom noms in his nom noms. But yeah, I don't know what happened there with this one. But, we're loading another ping pong. It might not be the right ping pong. It says it's re-release. Could be. Oh, it's crashed. Fantastico. Right, okay. Let's... I can't see it on there. The thing is, there's not very many ping pongs on here. There's one from 85. There's one called Pingu. Pingo. Oh, we gotta do that. Oh, honestly, as much as I want to play ping pong, I want to play this one. This sounds much more interesting. Let's do this one. Pingo. It's only a short one. It's quick loader. What the hell? You can Google it. Ping pong. We're gonna go with this one because I've never seen this one before. It just looks interesting. This is where I find a game that I then need a copy of. Quite a quick loader. It could be a copy of the ice game, the Pingo. Pingu? I don't know. We'll give it a go anyway. We'll find out what it is. No idea what it is at all. It's got to be worth a try, as it's here, and we might as well. We've had too many failed loaders. Let's move on to one that may or may not load. We'll see what happens. It does look like it's going to take a little while. It's no loading screen, so this is all pure basic program. That's what we want. I'm waving my fists with excitement. Mexican wave by myself. On my own. Or something similar. Let's have a look. Yeah, almost loaded. No time at all. This is what we like. Quick loader this time round. No idea what else is on the tape, but we'll give it a try. We'll see if we've got any voices from the past or anything else. You never give up on. Never give up. Never surrender on the what's on the tape. We don't surrender anywhere. Stop. Don't stop the tape. I'm not stopping the tape. Don't make me stop the tape. Oh, it's the data for it. I thought for a minute there I'd stop the tape, but no. Don't stop the tape. Pengo bites. General instructions. Okay, this looks interesting. After loading, stop the tape. Loading. Hold any key to get the next screen, or press S. S is to score. No. Ooh. Oh, it's Pengu. It's Pingu. Right, okay. I've got the keys, I think. Yep, I have. Yep. So you kill the creatures by pushing the blocks into it. Now, I watched, I think it was the Spectrum show the other day, and he was playing a version of this called Freeze Bees from Silversoft. Freeze Bees is exactly the same game, and I'm going to tell you now, this actually seems more playable. An awful lot more playable. So the idea is you've got to not break the blocks, but kill the creatures. Ouch. And squish them. But this seems an awful lot more playable than that game. So it's based on the original arcade game, the Pengu game. Oh, I like this. Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. If it's a basic game, I'm kudos to the developer, because that's pretty good. That's actually not bad at all. I'm not the brilliant at it, but that plays really quite. Apart from me being rubbish at it and really needing a joystick, to be honest, but all the keys being a bit naff, or locations of the keys being a bit naff, I think this is quite good. Wow, what a score I got off that one. Another good score. Yes, did it? Brilliant. Oh, wow. We got no bonus, though, because I didn't do it fast. Oh, no, 23. I got 1,000 point for this bonus. That's really good. I'll admit, I'm impressed. Oh, that's really good. It's got a number of creatures you've got to kill at the bomb. That's really good. Pingo. Do you know what? I'm going to recommend that. And that's that basic. Can't see it, but it is basic, by the way. I've quit to the thing. I'm sure that's if I type new now, should do new. No, it doesn't like to do break key. But that was good. That was probably better and more interesting than playing ping pong. That was actually quite good. Pingu. I want a copy of that now. I need a copy of that. I need that. I need it. That was a really good one as well. I like that one. I like that a lot. Right, let's see what else is on this tape. See if there's anything else. So we're past the ping pong. It sounds quite quiet. It's a good sign. It's worth waiting till the end, though, to see that extra game. That was well worth it. It's quite quiet now. Fast forward. I just love this one because I can see the my voice on a program as I'm running this, and I can also see the clicks and the clunks of my tape deck as a sort of peering because they're being picked up by the mic. It's kind of cool. Yes, I think I can safely say that this episode of What's on the Tape is officially over. And best one for the new year as well. So many good games there. Anyway, I'll see you next week with another episode. I will be back on Sunday, and I'll see you soon. I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Please feel free to like and subscribe and do all that good stuff. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.